Hi everyone, here we are. It's week 10 here at EOU, History 481. I'll try to make this announcement kind of brief because we've got a lot of other big important assignments to be paying attention to at the end of the week. So I hope everybody's really enjoyed this class. I've really enjoyed the class a lot. Some of you have taken class from me before, and maybe this, some of you might be the last time you take a class from me and so forth. So I really enjoyed the class. I thought we had some great discussions. Really enjoyed many of the things I read on papers and test responses. So I hope everybody also enjoyed the class, got something out of it. Hope you didn't mind the fact that I got a little overboard with videos towards the end of the class, but you get to the 70s and the 80s and there's so much stuff out there to watch and gives you a different perspective on history. Makes the class, I think, a little bit more than just reading a book and taking a quiz or something. So hopefully everybody enjoyed that, and hopefully everybody enjoyed the class. The big thing we need to focus on right now is, of course, your research paper, which is due the Tuesday by midnight after the end of this week. So the end of this week, Sunday, and then the Tuesday after that, your research paper is due. Remember, follow the directions. I have the checklist up there for you, so follow that closely. Make sure you don't lose points for not fulfilling basic requirements or form. We also have our test, our final exam. That's due Sunday at the end of this week. So, and that'll be just like the last one. So I'm going to ask you to write a couple of essays. You'll get 2 blocks. There'll be choices from each block, and make sure you write an essay that is thorough, that demonstrates specific detail, and also demonstrates that you were doing the reading in class, demonstrates that you were watching the presentations, engaging those types of things. Those are the things I look for when it comes to people getting perfect scores on those essays. So just like the last test, we did pretty well in the last test, so I expect the same from this final test, and that's due on Sunday. This week we're reading from Chaffee. We're looking at chapter 17 and 18 from Chaffee, and we're also looking at Wested chapter 10 and also the conclusion of the Wested book. Our discussion is going to be looking at, as well as our presentation, is going to be looking at the emergence of the global war on terrorism, the war on terrorism of the post-September 11th, 2001 period. So the presentation this week and portions of the reading deal with the historical roots of this, as well as the presentation, the nature of the Bush Doctrine and the war in Iraq, Afghanistan, and so forth. So that's what we're going to focus on in the discussion this week. All right, I think that's all we need to do for this week's weekly announcement. Again, I've really enjoyed having everybody in the class, lots of students in the class that have taken a class from me before, and there's students that haven't, and I've really enjoyed everybody. It's been a good term, so I hope everybody's had a similarly positive experience in the class. The factoid, last factoid, going to be very open-ended and easy, but it's going to be interesting. You go to the extra credit factoid discussion board. I'll have a couple of little short videos in there and just have you respond to them just very briefly for the last factoid. And again, thanks for a great class, and let's have a good end of the term paper and test due soon. All right, guys.